I knew yesterday there was another Zoom update, and a new way of using Zoom's whiteboards is now available. I'm going to explore it with you if this works to be able to share my screen and show you all of Zoom as well. So let's just take a look and see. Sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't. Okay, looks like it's working. So this floating bar, I'll double check if you can see that too. There's always a slight delay on YouTube or when you're live streaming directly from Zoom. So you can see the floating bar. So I'll bring that back after when we need that. I'm clicking this here on the bottom. Basically, any of the platforms, they're in competition with each other. So whether it's Zoom, Microsoft, Teams, WebEx, or other options, a lot of times if you have a wish list and you like something from another platform, what I've been finding, Zoom is fantastic with that competitive edge. And they will keep growing and expanding. The latest update, if there is something that's not working quite right, it's just a matter of a short amount of time that they'll fix the little bugs, as they call it. Because really, when you're doing that, being that innovative, until you put it out into the world, sometimes I think you don't know what things need to be tweaked. It's just, my opinion. So this whiteboard, from what I gather, and I haven't reviewed other people's videos yet, that it's similar to the competitive edge of Microsoft Teams and what they've been doing with whiteboards and a collaborative option. That's why when I record videos, I can cut out things like that where I have to cough. Little tip when you know you are going to cough. Mute. Okay, so just a tickle in the throat. So with the whiteboards here, what I'm seeing on Zoom is that even outside of an actual meeting, there are chat channels, just like MS Teams, and now these other collaborative options like Whiteboard. I wasn't losing my voice for having a cough before, but that's the way it goes. Okay, so I'm just going to see if this whiteboard, I'm going to just delay slightly to make sure that when I share that this is coming through yes, it is coming through the live stream as well on YouTube. So it's this new symbol at the bottom. You're only going to see it if you have updated. So definitely update your Zoom. You're going to want your participants to update as well. And I'll link after this live stream, I'll go and link of how to update and give you those options as well in the description. And so here is this new whiteboard, and I'm taking a look at it in real time with you. So you can search different whiteboards. You can, let's take a look here. Allow attendees to access after the meeting. That's an option. All participants can edit or view, can open and collaborate. So there's two buttons here I'm going to explore with you. And okay, so this is new but untitled, because I did click it briefly the other day and I didn't have time to explore further. So that might be that. So let's just click open and collaborate. Oh, and it puts me off to the side, which is great. Now I'm not having a participant. So if I add another tutorial after I've explored, I will add some other participants here too to test that out from other devices. This is strictly first look around. It's great too in the live stream. I'm up in the top right corner. as well. And what I'm seeing on my screen is that I'm over to the side, just like I'm sharing screen. So Zoom always did have a whiteboard share option. And this is what I'm going to be testing. What is the difference? You'll see here, or you don't see, which is very interesting too, that now on the live stream, now this is going to be different than if I was potentially just recording in Zoom. I'll test that option yet too. Or of course, if I'm doing a screen recording, it's going to show you everything. That's often what I'm doing for tutorials. So right now, you're not seeing what I'm seeing on, of all the navigational pieces. It replaced my share screen showing you everything to this whiteboard. So it's really a shared screen option. And I'm just going to see here too, if I made myself bigger, if that made an impact on the live stream too. So this is really in real time when I'm testing things out. I'm thinking about different applications. Now, you might not always be live streaming. So that's where I'm definitely going to, it's interesting. It did make a difference. It wasn't a good difference though in the live stream. It made, as you're seeing in this live stream, it made the whiteboard smaller and had the black on either side. So I'm definitely going to put it back to normal and see that too. So it's been helpful to people because you're seeing my processing when I just hit record and just start exploring. Certainly when I'm creating tutorials, you're not having to see always all the in-between processing, but that can be helpful too. And so as I was saying, thinking about how it applies to you in a real situation for facilitating online, how this is an advantage and how it can help you as well. But there is a difference with the live stream, difference when I'm recording in Zoom. I'll test that out. And when I have participants here too. So I will definitely be creating future videos. And then I always follow up also with a blog. You won't have one this week about this per se, but the plan I think will be for next week. Then after testing it different ways, I'll give you some additional information. So it's what it's showing me is you are collaborating on this whiteboard. I can close the whiteboard. Everyone who has access to this whiteboard, including people in the meeting, can save things you share here and share them with apps and others, is what that information is saying. So I'll explore a little bit more what that means. I can draw just like before. And this can be a great icebreaker option potentially. So that is the pen. And I can select, okay. If I use the select, and I'll definitely share that with a tutorial because you're not seeing all of these additional elements. I can move that, which is great. I can copy, paste, duplicate, bring forward, bring to the, oh, that's really great. So if someone's written over top of each other or written something over top of a shape, I can bring that text to the front. That's a new option, or send it to the back, or I can delete it. I can change the color too in real time as well. That's great. And then different shapes. Okay, and I can put that on the board. I can also just move that. Can change the color for that as well. Line, so I can have a double arrow. I can go back to the arrow. I can have a pointing arrow. So if I had some points, I think part of this too is that you could set up a whiteboard ahead of time and then bring it up. So if you had certain points and then brought, you add an arrow, you can then move that arrow. Oh, interesting. I can just, as I click, I'm just adding more arrows. And I really encourage you, when something's new, just open up and start playing with it and think about how it could add to the engagement aspect and really support the content that you're sharing with your topic. There's also a regular line, and then that could be used. It's not letting me change the color of these per se. So if I grab the select tool and I grab that line, that's when I can that's when I can change the color of the line as well. So I'll definitely show that too. And then there's the T for text tool. And right then and there, it's very easy. You can see right away how you can change the font size. You're not seeing it yet, partly because of the delay, but also maybe because I haven't clicked away yet. I can change the color. I can change if I want it centered text, if it's underlined text, if it's slanted, the italic, bold. I can make that box a little bit bigger. So if the text isn't aligning, the 3 dots over to the right, I can copy, paste, duplicate. Again, bring forward, front, backward, back, delete. So it's really bringing that word experience or what I'd be creating in a slide. So it really gives a lot of great options. There are sticky notes as well. So that is where, and it's just giving me, I'm going to take a look here too, again with the select tool, if I can change the color of the sticky note. Yeah, when I click it, then I can change the color of the sticky note. So if you're doing a collaborative experience, you can ask everyone to pick you might even tell them what their color is. And then they pick these, make a sticky note in that color. And then they can grab the text tool over top of their sticky note and, okay, whatever I did there, just clicked everything. Got rid of everything. And that's not ideally what I would have wanted to have done. Your work is auto-saved in the top left. So, and it's, and at the bottom of the left-hand side, there's a menu bar. So there's 2 pages now. I accidentally just opened up a new page. So I've just now gone back to the previous page. I'm going to try that again. I want a T for text tool. And it's when we're playing and things go wrong, it's good. It's good that we test things out to even know what could happen. So we're not surprised in a live situation with participants. There still might be things we didn't know would happen. That's okay too. It's really the magic of live and stretching ourselves and, exploring more ways we can create engagement is helpful to the participants. So I'm going to test here. I'm going to try to put text on sticky note. And okay, I have to be aware of my figuring out face is different than my smiling as well. So I'm trying to bring this. Interesting. So I need to grab, it's not, I'll see if it shows up on there, but it's not letting me manipulate it quite the same way as I would expect on a sticky note. So I'm going to grab another, and then the select tool and see if I can, should be able to move it, but it's not letting me. Oh, now it is. So it might be just finicky. Also, when something doesn't work out the first time, it doesn't mean it doesn't work. It might just mean we haven't figured out how it works yet. when we're playing around. I can grab the erase tool and erase something, which is great. I will definitely test this out in respect to with participants as a host. What can I erase of theirs or move around for them as the person who is sharing? Color is the next thing. And again, you can't see all of this in the live stream, so I'll definitely do a screen recording, but I'm going to just explain what I'm. Oh, and there is an undo redo button. That's great. I like those options. And then I can flip between pages too and go to that other one or create a new one. So another thing that I'm going to test out is trying this in a breakout room. And how is that? That's where my wheels are turning right now. Can they share whiteboards as a collaborative aspect directly in breakout rooms? And then can they bring that to the main room? Does it save? So my wheels are turning as to all the things I'm going to test out in that respect and how that will work in the different spaces. And then there is on the top right, a share button. So I can even send it by email. I'm gonna send it to myself. Okay, so I can add multiple emails. I can click share. I can also, I can share it as a viewer only, as a commentator, like how this word is spelled. Basically, I think to add comments, but it's not a word or a term. That's the thing when we've shifted online. There's been all these new terms that become every day. And then I can also add someone as an editor. So I can send it to somebody as an editor too. So I'll test what that looks like. I can also copy a link. So I could drop that into chat as well. So that's a share option. And then there's also, I can export it right away as a PNG or PDF, and I can leave feedback as well. I can also change the title, testing new Zoom whiteboards, and change the title right away. And I can make it bigger, zoom in or zoom out, which is fantastic too. So this is really great. There's a lot of different ways I'm going to test this out to see how it applies to you as online facilitators and different ways that this could be used as well. A couple other while I'm here, one of the things I noticed with the latest update, and I'm going to stop share for a moment for this whiteboard, and then now that will be the next thing. So I'll export, and then I can open folder right away. It pops up and then goes away. So, okay, up at the top, close whiteboard. So I'll do that. And I'm going to test something else out too. I was trying it in a meeting today, but I was in someone else's meeting room. And I noticed in the update that it was saying something about gestures, and that would be the same as WebEx. So I can click the annotation of clapping hands, and I'll double check that you can see that on, that will be interesting too, if you can see that in the live stream or not, or just in the meeting. So I'll pay attention if that pops up, but it was supposed to be where it can maybe, I'll have to look into that further because that doesn't seem to, the thumbs up hasn't popped up. Now on the live stream, I'm not seeing the clapping hands. So I'm going to, yeah, I don't think that shows up on a live stream. So again, with testing, then we can see, what's possible. If you have questions, there's 3 of you watching right now, potentially, definitely ask me your questions. I will see them in real time in Zoom or in YouTube's chat options, right, and comments. So I'm just going to give you one comment right there, the YouTube symbol. So what I've done this time is directly from Zoom, only not through another platform. I wasn't using Melon this time, just directly from Zoom, live streaming to YouTube only for exclusive look. So if you are subscribed, you get a notification when I do this, when I just hop on and start sharing and exploring with you, and giving you some things to think about if you are jumping on to explore. And then you don't have to wait always for tutorials, as well, the weekly regular video tips or tutorials with our blog and podcast. And then, of course, liking, commenting, lets me know, do you like these kind of videos? If I should continue to do them or not, as well. And I appreciate you checking out these videos. My name, I didn't even introduce myself. I just hopped on. So if you are new here, my name is Patricia Regier with Regier Educational Services, author of the book, The Online Shift. I'll link all the different things I talked about today. I hope this was helpful to you to just have that first look as to, and I'll share screen again so that without the whiteboard that you can see, this is the new symbol that you will see at the bottom if you've updated your Zoom. So I'll add those links too for updating. And then it is start focus mode or stop live stream is what I have here. And focus mode, I'm not sure, I'm going to test this out too, if you can see that in the live stream, what's popped up for me. So we'll see if that pops up. Participants will only be able to, yes, it does. You can see it. Able to see hosts, videos, shared content, and videos of spotlighted participants. So that might be helpful, and that might be an individual option. I'll test that out as well. If I put it on focus mode, yes, it is for all the participants. So that's a new option as well with some of the updates. That might be helpful to somebody that doesn't want to see everybody else, or it's kind of puts it into more of a webinar type thing. So there may be a time and place for that. And and then the apps, that's something I'll explore more in the future as well. I've looked at that in the past too on some videos on this channel. Then of course we have all the other things, but there were some new options with chat also that I'll have to test out too with, again, other participants. So show chat previews. That's something new too, as to what that means. There are new poll options. I have videos about that as well. So, again, there might be more to explore. And right now you're seeing everything I'm seeing because I'm sharing this view. Once I clicked the whiteboards, it replaced this share with the whiteboard share as to what you were seeing as a quick recap. So again, thanks for checking this out. I hope you have some light bulb learning moments. Maybe this was one of them today, and that you're able to facilitate engaging learning experiences, intentionally connect, and turn an audience into participants is the focus to really help facilitators focus on that learning experience journey. And all the tools and bells and whistles, they're really just to help aid you with creating those engaging experiences. The book, The Online Shift, talks about a lot more than just the tech. It's about the experience and brings you through that journey too. And it's a book that's created so you can pick your own adventure. You basically can pick a couple tips and go back to another chapter if there's a different focus that you'd like to improve. Since you've already completed the online shift, or if you haven't yet, that's okay too. It's an applicable book for online facilitators, workplace trainers. If you give a presentation or lead a meeting, this book will help you as well. So thanks for checking out this video and joining me in first exploring whiteboards and a couple other added bonuses in there. Hope you have a fantastic day and week, and definitely check out our other videos And again, I invite you to like, subscribe, share with others, and comment, and have a fantastic day. Thanks again. And my name is Patricia Regier. Okay. You're seeing the after too. I'm going to stop live stream.